City neighborhood with the very latest. Jim, what are you seeing out there at this hour?
Well, believe it or not, we have some guys on jet skis behind us here in the harbor, which is kind of interesting. They're just kind of out there yucking it up. And, you know, the water right now is fine, but obviously most people would be thinking about preparation. A little cabin fever in through here in the New York Harbor. Pretty wild stuff, guys. But on a serious note, tomorrow, when we see that 4 to 8 foot surge, coupled with the time of high tide at 8 a.m. in the morning, that's going to be crunch time. And, you know, as much as Dr. Nab and Carl are talking about what's going on in the tidewater area, we have to worry about that same scenario playing out up here. And that is why that Zone A evacuation was ordered. And that is certainly the big concern right now. You start getting water in areas that it doesn't belong. In the tunnels, you start getting it where electric cables are lying, and Con Ed has already said, look, if that threat starts to come to fruition, we're shutting down the power, and I would definitely anticipate that. We got a chance to talk to a couple of folks that were out, a couple of folks in New York, 8 million people, and we only found a couple, but believe me, not a ton of people walking around right now. This is what they had to say about Irene's impending doom.
I'm working in one of the shelters, Sewer Park.
You're working in one of the shelters?
Yeah.
I think this is the second to last train.
I'm taking this one right now. My shift is not until midnight tonight.
But you got to get there 12 hours early?
Yeah. Well, I got to get there. If I don't get there, I get in trouble.
All right, it sounds like someone who was talking about getting on the mass transit before they shut that down. And what that means is since that has been shut down as of a couple of hours ago, 3 hours ago, as a matter of fact, that means nobody gets to use mass transit as a modus of evacuation. I did hear on the radio that they've had a very successful evacuation of that Zone A. They got a lot of people out of harm's way. And more importantly as well, 7,000 people from the 5 hospitals that are in harm's way out of Zone A also successfully evacuated. So New Yorkers hunkering down here, guys, as we the worst of this to come in tonight. Steady rain and wind coming in here tonight. All right, Mike Seidel has been taking this thing on the chin down there in Nags Head. Mike, what's the latest? Have you gotten the rain yet?